Hi everyone, I am Maddie from Stride and Edge and this is our 30-day yoga challenge. Today is our Monday's class, so it is the start of the week. Maybe it's the start of the challenge if this is day one. And this is going to be all about resetting the body. It's resetting for the start of the week. It's going to move quite fast, so don't be alarmed if it moves a little bit too quick. And again, notice that progression over the month. You may find it getting a little bit easier. We're also going to have a little bit of a focus on back bends. We're going to focus on opening up through the chest, the shoulders, because it is so great for energizing the body. And again, finding that really nice posture in our spine and in our back. So I hope you enjoy this class. I hope you enjoy this challenge, and I will see you back on the mat. We're going to start today's practice lying down on our backs. So just make your way onto your back. You can let your legs go out long. You can have your hands down by your sides, or you can even let them rest on your stomach if that's more comfortable for you. Starting off with the eyes closed. And then we'll just take one big breath in through the nose, holding at the top. And I really want you to fill the lungs up. So feel it go down to the belly, up to the chest, holding. And then open the mouth, sigh the breath out. Keeping the mouth closed now, we'll take a nice big breath in through the nose. And then slow breath out through the nose. So we're just going to start to lengthen and slow down that breath. So inhale, you breathe in for 3, 2, 1. Holding for 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 3, 2, 1. Inhale again, this time 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time for 5. Inhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take one big breath in and one big breath out. Feeling a little bit more connected to that breath now. We want to really feel that breath going down to the belly, into the ribs, into the chest. And exhale all the way to the bottom of that breath as we move. We're going to slowly bring the knees in towards the chest, hugging them in. If you want to, you can gently open your eyes. We'll just start to find a little bit of a rock side to side. Gently working into a little bit of movement now. We've reset that breath, reset the mind. Now we're going to start to move a little bit more. So first of all, start to round your shoulders, bringing your forehead towards your knees, rounding that back. And then we'll start to rock up and down the spine. Nice big rocks, forwards and backwards. All the way to the base of the spine, all the way to the back of the neck. Nice big rocks. Couple more here. And then you're going to take it all the way through into a tabletop position, so you can cross over at the ankles and roll all the way forwards, or you can just take those legs around the side. But bringing those hands under the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, fingers spread out, palms nice and flat. Just start to warm up through the wrists by rocking forwards and backwards. Really working on that wrist mobility, as well as gently warming them up. So if you want to, you can turn the fingers to the outside and find a bit of a rock side to side as well. Whatever feels nice here in your wrists, maybe even flipping one palm and then flipping the other palm. And then when you're ready, back into that tabletop position through our cat-cows. Inhale, you're going to scoop the belly down, lifting the chin, lift the gaze. Exhale, rounding the back, tuck the chin underneath. And again, inhale, scooping the belly down. Really draw the shoulders back as you breathe in. Exhale as you round the back, tucking the chin underneath. Few more here. Inhale, really finding that space in the shoulders, in the spine. Exhale, rounding the back. And again, inhale. And exhale. Just really find one more for good luck. Inhale, scoop the belly. Exhale, rounding the back. Really nice. Find that flat back again. From here, you're just going to step your hands just a little bit further out in front. Then let those hips push forward. So you tuck the pelvis underneath and find this straight line from our knees all the way up towards our shoulders. Our hands want to be directly under our shoulders here. We're going to take a chaturanga, but from the knees, squeezing the core. Take the elbows back nice and tight in towards the ribs and holding just halfway. And then you're going to push back up. And again, lower down, exhale. Push back up, lower down, exhale, push back up. So this is your chaturanga from the knees, lower down halfway, and then come all the way onto the belly. Inhale, find your cobra, your back bend, press through the hands, peel the chest up off the ground. Exhale, lower back down. Press through the hands and the knees. Take your hips back towards your heels. You're finding a child's pose. And at any point in the class, you want to take a little bit of a break. Just finding this child's pose and then bring yourself back into the flow whenever you want. So from here, we're going to come forwards a little bit. Make sure those fingers are spread out, palms nice and flat. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back to your first downward facing dog. Feet are hip distance apart. We want to make sure we're not rounding in our back. If we are, just take a little bend in the legs. Really press through those hands to lengthen the spine. Want to make sure the shoulders are rolling away from the ears, the neck is nice and relaxed, and maybe over time the legs start to straight a little bit and the heels draw down towards the ground. From here, we're going to inhale, shift forwards through to a high plank position. Shoulders come over the wrists. If you need to adjust your feet or your hands a little bit, you can do. Squeeze that core. And then exhale, take the hips up and back to that downward facing dog. Press through the hands. And again, inhale, shift forwards, high plank, squeeze the core. Exhale, take it back, downward dog. And again, inhale, high plank. Exhale, downward dog. We're going to warm up through those shoulders, warm through the core. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, downward dog. Now moving through our vinyasas, we're going to break them down. Shift forwards through to your high plank. We're going to take that chaturanga from the knees. Drop the knees down again, hips tucking underneath. Elbows go back halfway. And then all the way onto the belly, untuck the toes. Inhale into that cobra, that back bend. Big breath in. Exhale, chin comes back down, tuck the toes. Take yourself back to that downward dog. So that's an option for your vinyasas. This time we're going to do chaturanga with the knees lifted. You're going to shift forwards through to that high plank. And then you're going to shift forwards a little bit more. So you go onto your tiptoes and the shoulders go past your wrists as you bend those elbows back halfway. That's your chaturanga with the knees lifted. And then lower down onto the ground, untuck the toes. Inhale, lift into that cobra. Exhale, lower back down. We take it back to that downward dog. This time we're going to progress into our upward facing dog. So you're going to shift forwards through to your high plank. Chaturanga with the knees lifted or with them down halfway. Then flip onto the tops of the feet. Coming into your upward facing dog. Hips drop down, but they're still lifted off the ground. Squeeze your heels in together, really active through those legs. Shoulders rolling back. And then lift those hips up nice and high. Flip back onto the feet. Into that downward dog. Really good. Just bring those knees down. Take a brief child's pose. Let those shoulders relax. Inhale. Exhale. If you want to roll your wrists out, you can do. And trust me, by the end of the month, your wrists will be feeling a lot better. They may feel a bit sore in those first few days, but it does ease. So from here, you're just going to bring yourself back into that downward dog. Start to pedal out through the feet, so draw one heel down at a time. Just walking out through the feet, feeling that in the backs of the legs and the hips. Whatever feels nice here. Then we're going to lift the right leg up nice and high. Big breath in. As you exhale, you're going to bring that knee in towards the nose. As you do, you round your back, squeeze the core. Inhale, then take that leg up and back. Exhale again, knee to nose, squeeze the core. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, knee to nose, holding, and then you're going to step that foot as close as you can between those hands. If it stops halfway, just drop that back knee down, grab that ankle and step it a little bit further in front. But that back knee is lower down on the ground, untuck the back toes, sweep the arms up, low lunge. Can we bring those palms to touch? Inhale here, lengthen, reaching up. Exhale, then let those hips press down forwards a little bit more. And again, inhale. This time as you exhale, straightening that front leg, hips go back, flex the front foot as you bring your fingertips down and fold in your half splits, pulling those toes back. Forwards and backwards here, bend into the front leg, sweep the arms up. Inhale, maybe gaze goes up. Exhale, take it back, half splits. And again, inhale, working into those hips, into those hamstrings. Exhale, folding. This time, bend into the front leg, planting the hands, step it straight back to your downward dog, and a little pedal out through the feet once you're there. Going through the other side, we lift the left leg up. Inhale, nice and high. Exhale, bring the knee in towards the nose, around the back, squeeze the core. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, knee to nose, hold, and then step that foot as high up in between the hands as we can. Drop the back knee down, untuck the toes, settle up here, sweep the arms up. Inhale, palms come to touch, reach them up nice and high. Exhale, let those hips sink forwards a little bit more. We want to make sure that that front knee isn't going past that front ankle as much as we can. So maybe you need to step that front foot forwards a little bit more. Inhale here. Exhale, then straighten that front leg. Fingertips come down. Inhale again, bend into the front leg, sweep them up. Exhale, take it back, half splits, using that breath. Inhale, we come forwards. Becomes this moving meditation. Exhale, half splits. Then we bend into the front leg, hands plant, step it back, straight to downward dog. A little pedal out through the feet. And then you're going to keep that motion going with the feet and just start to walk them up towards the top of the mat. You can bend into the legs, you can release your hands whenever you're there, but we're staying in a forward fold. So feet hip distance apart, little micro bend in the legs, let the arms be nice and heavy, neck be nice and relaxed. If those hands are trailing on the ground, you can even take a hold of opposite elbows with your hands, creating this little hammock, this swing with your arms. Take a big breath in, big breath out. And again, inhale, let it be nice and released in that spine, in those hips. Exhale. Letting the hands fall back down towards the ground, slowly rolling up through the spine, coming all the way up into our mountain pose, our Tadasana. So you're going to roll your shoulders up towards the ears, roll them back and down, palms facing forwards, pelvis tucked underneath. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Reset. We're going to move into our sun salutation A's. Inhale, sweep the arms up, palms touch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, find that halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, you bring the hands down, step back through to your high plank first. Hold for one breath in. Exhale, chaturanga, either onto the belly or halfway down. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. And exhale, downward dog. We're only holding for one breath because we're going to move through them quite quickly. Big breath in. Exhale, bend the knees, look forwards. You can take a step or walk or even hop the feet up. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rolling up as you sweep the arms up, palms touch. Exhale, hands at the chest. Keep going. Inhale, arms go up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands plant. You can step or even you can hop back into that chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Again, just one breath, inhaling. Exhaling, bend the knees, look forwards. You can step, walk, or maybe try a little hop. Up to the top. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rolling up, lift the arms, palms touch. Exhale, hands at the chest. We keep going. Inhale, arms go up. This is a great way to warm up the body. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, stepping or hopping back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog, one breath, inhaling. Exhale, bend the knees to prepare, step, walk or hop. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Rolling up, lift the arms. Exhale, hands at the chest. I'm gonna do one more round, inhale. And just remember, exhale, if it's moving a little bit too fast, you can always take your time, slow it down. Inhale, back bend. And exhale, downward dog. One breath, inhale. Bend the knees, exhale, step, walk or hop. Inhale, flat back. Exhaling, fold. Rolling up, lift the arms. And exhale, hands at the chest. From here, we're going to take our hands all the way behind us, interlacing behind the back. If we can't quite get that interlace, either using a yoga strap if we have one, or even a dressing gown belt, or maybe you can just take a hold of a bit of your clothing. But we're going to roll the shoulders back, drawing the knuckles down, opening up into the shoulders, into the chest. Big breath in. Can we find a bit of a back bend here? Feel like we're drawing the knuckles down and arching the back. If it's okay in the neck, maybe the gaze goes up. Inhale. And then as we exhale, you're gonna find a forward fold with those hands interlaced. Little bend into the legs. Let the neck be nice and relaxed. Little wiggle out into those shoulders. Inhale. Exhale. Letting the hands fall back down towards the ground. Give them a little wiggle out. Rolling up through the spine. Inhale, lift the arms, palms touch. Exhale, bring the hands down at the heart center. Okay, you're gonna bring your toes together, heels slightly apart, sitting into our chair pose now. So bend into the legs, bring your fingertips down in line with your toes. And why we do this, it just helps us draw the knees back so we can see the tops of our feet, and try and keep those legs as they are as you start to lift the chest. And you can even sweep the arms up. So look down towards those feet again. Make sure the knees aren't coming past the toes. Drawing the hips back, squeezing the core, inhale. And then as you exhale, now we can straighten the legs, take a forward fold. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Exhale, stepping or hopping back through that vinyasa. Inhale, back bend. And exhale, downward dog. From here, we're gonna lift the right leg up, inhale. Exhale, step the foot through to the top of the mat, drop that back knee down. Just make sure that that back knee is hip distance apart, so it's not directly behind that right foot. Then we're gonna sweep the arms up, inhale. Then from here, you're gonna cactus the arms out wide. So how we do this is we bend the elbows, draw the elbows back, draw the forearms out of that peripheral vision as much as we can, and arching the back. Inhale, lift the arms back up. And again, exhale, arch the back. Inhale, lift back up. This time I want you to keep those back toes tucked underneath. As we arch the back, you're gonna press nice and strong through that back leg to lift that back knee off the ground. Inhale, lift the arms up. We're in our high lunge. Hips are square. If we're feeling really wobbly, maybe you need to make those feet go out a little bit wider to the edges of the mat to find that more stable base. Inhale again, and exhale. We're gonna cactus the arms one more time, but this time keep the hands going all the way behind the back, interlacing. Inhale, draw the shoulders back, draw the knuckles down, find that bit of an arch. Inhale, and exhale. Release the hands, bring them all the way back up. From here, you're going to take your left hand down only. Keep the right hand up. We're in a twisted lunge. Inhaling here. And exhale. And then from here, bring that top hand all the way down. You're going to step it back through a vinyasa. You can keep that right leg up in the air as you take it through your chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. Really good. Other side, left leg goes up. Inhale. Exhale, step the foot through. As you do, drop that back knee down. Again, it's great to just keep those back toes tucked. Will help later on as you lift the arms. Inhale. Exhale here, we're going to cactus the arms out wide, arching that back. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale again, arch, cactus. cactus the arms. Inhale, lifting. This time we're going to lift that back knee off the ground as we cactus the arms and then lift them up. We're in our high lunge. Big breath in. Out as we stay. Inhale again. Exhale, cactus the arms, but then take the hands all the way behind us, interlacing, roll the shoulders back, arching the back one more time. Big breath in and out. Slowly release the hands, lift the arms up, inhale. Exhale, right hand goes down only. Find that twisted lunge, open the chest. Big breath in. Exhale, hand comes down, moving through your vinyasa. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Holding here for 3 breaths. If you want to find child's pose, you can do. Big breath in. Big breath out. And again, inhale. And exhale. Inhale again. This time we're moving. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step, walk or hop the feet up. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Sitting back into that chair pose, so those toes are touching. Bend into the legs, sweep the arms up. Inhale. Exhale, stand up strong, palms at the chest. We're going again, bend into the legs, sweep the arms up. Inhaling here. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale through that vinyasa. All the way back, meeting in your downward dog. Inhale, right leg lifts up. Exhale, step the foot through to the top of the mat. Drop that back knee down. Toes are still tucked underneath as you lift the arms. Inhale. Exhale, cactus the arms, arch. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, lifting up. This time we're going to lift that back knee. Exhale, cactus the arms, lift the back knee. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, take the hands all the way behind, interlacing. Roll the shoulders back, find that arch. Big breath in. Now here we're going to add on a pose. We're going to keep those hands interlaced and we're slowly going to lean that head, or the top of the head, forwards towards the front of the room, squeezing in through the core, drawing those knuckles back. We're going to hop the back foot in a little bit and then you're slowly going to step up into a warrior 3 with the hands still interlaced behind the back. Holding here. Big breath in. As you exhale, we're going to step those toes towards the back of the mat. Find that high lunge with the hands interlaced. We're going to do that 2 more times, really working with that balance. Leaning forwards, can we step straight up into it? Find that focus on the ground, step the toes back. High lunge with the hands interlaced. We're going to do it 1 more time. Stepping up. Ooh, it's going to find a little bit of a burnout in those legs. Step it back. High lunge. Lift the arms. Inhale. Exhale, we drop that left hand down, finding that twisted lunge. Open the chest. Then from here, look down towards the ground. You're going to slowly start to roll onto the edges of the feet. And then that top foot is going to step all the way to the back of the mat. You're in your side plank. Options here, you can either stack the feet, separate them. You can even drop that back knee down for extra support, or even a little extra fire. We can float that top foot off the ground. Holding 1 more breath. Exhale, bring that hand down through that vinyasa. Inhale. And exhale, downward dog, very good. Other side now, inhale, lift that left leg up. Exhale, step the foot through to the top, drop the back knee down. Keeping those toes tucked, inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, arch the back, open. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, arch. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, arching and lift that back knee off the ground. Inhale into your high lunge, very good. Exhale as we take the hands all the way behind us, interlacing behind the back. Roll the shoulders back, draw the knuckles down. Big breath in. And then as you exhale, we're slowly going to lean forwards. Feel the weight go into that front foot. If you need to hop that back foot in a little bit, you can do. And then we're going to shift the weight forwards, stepping up into that warrior 3 with the hands interlaced. Slowly as we step those toes towards the back, find that high lunge with the hands interlaced still. 2 more times, use that breath. Exhale, lean forwards. floating that foot up. Inhale as the foot comes back down, lift the chest. And again, exhale, leaning forward, stepping up, warrior three. Inhale, foot comes down, lift the arms, big breath in. Right hand goes down towards the mat, find your twisted lunge, open the chest. Making sure we're nice and strong and supported in that bottom hand, rolling onto the edges of the feet. You're finding your side plank on the other side, holding here. Again, options with your feet if you want to, and you have that little extra spice, floating that back foot off the ground, holding. Exhale, hand comes down through your vinyasa. Big breath in, and exhale, downward dog. Option to take those knees down, give yourself a little break in your child's pose. Big breath in, and out. And again, inhale, and exhale. One more breath, and exhale. And then from here, we're going to shift forwards through. So you're going to bring your forearms down towards the mat, and we're going to step it back into a low plank. So the feet are at the back of the mat, feet hip distance apart, our shoulders are directly above our elbows, and you can interlace your hands, which is quite nice, or if you want to, you can bring the palms flat on the ground. So we're holding here in our low plank. Now from here, you're slowly going to let the hips drop a little bit down towards the ground and see if we can arch the back, lift the chest, and then as you exhale, you're going to squeeze the core, lift those hips up nice and high, come onto your tiptoes. We're going to do 10 of these, so lower the hips down, open the chest to the front, inhale, exhale, squeeze, look towards your toes, and again, lower down, exhale, that's 3, inhale, exhale, 4, inhale, exhale, 5, inhale, exhale, 6, inhale, looking forwards, exhale, squeeze the core, 7, inhale, exhale, 8, feel this in the shoulders, inhale, exhale, 9, we got one more, inhale, exhale, 10, good job. You're gonna lower all the way down, onto the belly. And then bringing your forehead down towards the ground, take the hands all the way behind us, interlacing. You're gonna roll the shoulders back, lift the chest, and then activate all the muscles in the legs, lift the feet, maybe the knees, even the thighs lifting off. Inhale, find this back bend. Exhale to stay. Inhale again. Exhale, relax down. Bring your right cheek towards the mat, release the hands, and then just rock those hips from side to side. Just releasing that lower back. Let the arms be nice and heavy. And then this time we're going to find our bow pose. You're going to bring the feet in towards the body. And reaching back, take a hold of the tops of the feet or the ankles. If we can't take a hold of the feet, that's absolutely fine. We can just come back to that interlace behind the back, just like we did in that pose before. Same action though, lifting the chest, roll the shoulders back. If we have a hold of the feet, you're gonna start to lift the feet, kick the feet up and back behind us to find that big arch in our bow pose. Inhaling here. Exhale as we stay. And again, big breath in. And exhale. Feeling that lift, one more breath. Exhale, relax down, release the feet. Bring your left cheek towards the mat. And again, a little wiggle side to side or with those hips. Really nice. From here, bring your hands under the shoulders. Press yourself back into a child's pose. Little counter through that back, through that spine. And then from here, we're going to slide the hands forwards towards the top of the mat. As you do, the hips go up nice and high, coming into our puppy dog pose. So the forehead can come down to the mat, or if you're feeling nice and open in the shoulders, maybe even bringing the chin down towards the mat. We want to make sure that our hips are staying directly above our knees, really opening up into the tops of the shoulders, into that upper back. Big breath in and out. One more breath, inhale. If you want to go a little bit further, you can even come up onto the fingertips. That just gives you a little bit more height for your chest to then draw down. Really opening up into the tops of the shoulders. Big breath in. And exhale, melting into the stretch. And again, big breath in. And out. Gently easing ourselves out, we're going to walk the hands back in towards the knees. And when you're ready, just roll into the outside of one of your hips. Bring the legs out in front. Legs out long. Inhale, we lift the arms up. Exhale, taking that forward fold. And again, wherever we are, depending on our flexibility, it could be the backs of the knees, the shins, the ankles, the feet, and maybe also depending on what time of the month we are doing this class. If you're more towards the end, you might feel a little bit more progression in your forward fold, in the flexibility in the backs of the legs. Exhale, folding. And again, big breath in and out. Slowly coming back up. And then we're going to scooch down all the way onto our backs. Last back bend here. We're going to come into our bridge pose or even our wheel pose. You're going to plant the feet down hip distance apart, toes pointing forwards. And making sure that the heels are close enough to us that we can just tickle the back of the heels with our fingertips. And then from here, starting off in our bridge pose, you're going to press down through the feet, lift those hip bones up nice and high. Staying here, make sure the knees don't fall out wide, squeezing the knees together. You can walk the shoulder blades underneath, even interlace those hands once again. And see if we can just relax here into this back bend. Staying here, or if you want to take it into your wheel pose, you can bring those hands right by your shoulders, making sure that the palms are nice and flat and making sure the elbows are pointing up. You can adjust those hands a little bit closer towards your shoulders if you need to. And then a big push up through the feet and the hands, lifting up onto the top of the head. Maybe you need to readjust those hands so they're closer towards your feet. And then a big push up through the feet and the hands to lift all the way up. Maybe it's just for a millisecond and you go back down. Or you can stay here. But wherever we are, our bridge or our wheel, we're thinking about lifting those hip bones up nice and high. Inhale. Exhale. Back bends are so great for energizing the body because we're really opening up the chest through that back. It's the complete opposite to how we normally find ourselves when we're sat down, hunched over. So it really feels great to back bend and arch those backs. And then wherever we are, through our bridge pose, lowering down, we're gonna lift the heels up and then roll down through the spine. Once the hips touch down towards the ground, you're just gonna tick-tock the knees from side to side. And then from here, bring those knees in towards the chest, hugging them in. I'm gonna take a happy baby pose, taking a hold of the feet as the knees draw out wide and the soles of the feet come up towards the ceiling. Just opening up into the hips a little bit. And then from here, release just your left leg. Keep that right foot in And you're going to take it across the body into a twist. Keep that right hand reaching out. Closing the eyes, big breath in. And big breath out. Melting into the pose. Enjoying these really passive yin-like stretches. And again, big breath in and out. Rolling out. Take it to the other side. Bring that left knee in, right leg out long, and then take it across the body, drawing it down. Left arm can fall back out. Inhale and exhale, closing the eyes. Still using that breath. And gently rolling onto your back. Coming into your Shavasana, letting the legs go out long. Arms down by the sides, palms facing up. Take a big breath in, holding at the top, just like we did at the beginning of the class. And then open the mouth, sigh the breath out. Let every single muscle relax. Feeling really heavy against the ground. And then just let all of that work we've done settle in. Let the mind be still. Namaste.